Oh, hi there. It's Thursday morning. It's early-ish here in Northern California, 9:30. I am starting off the morning here because, as I mentioned before, we lost our refrigerator and it's going to be delivered today. It has an afternoon window from 12 to 4, so I need to get some stuff out of the way in the driveway, like car, for one. Before they get here. So I have sort of a hard stop at 11:50 or 11:55. So I'm going to start a little early. I am going to turn on the little cooling unit and do some Tsume, and then jump back into the 10-minute games on Shogi Wars. Hopefully I can get some stuff in. It's always possible that they'll come early afternoon, and then I'll have plenty of time to jump back into the games. But we'll play it by ear. But I want to get in here. Starting out with some Tsume, playshogi.com. I am on problem 121 of this study, which is called, or this collection, which is called Tsume in 3. Still easy, but not as much ? And I am going to paste the link into the chat for people following along. There it is, and I'll just start it off. Let's see. This is again problem 121. There's the pawn is protected by the knight. I think immediately now I'm seeing rook 2-2, rook drop 2-2, which sort of brings the king in. If it brings the king into the 2-2 square, I've got the gold drop on its head. If it brings the silver in, that means it cuts off its only sort of escape square for when I drop the pawn or drop the gold at 4-2. And if the king runs to 4-1, then I've got the gold drop at 5-2. So yeah, that's it. Problem 122. Moving on. Okay. I am thinking this is going to be one of those double check problems. So we have, if we drop the bishop at 3-4, the king has some options. One is to run to 1-3. In that case, promote the knight at 2-3, and it's a double check, and the king cannot capture the knight because it'll be protected by the bishop on 3-4. So drop the bishop at 3-4, king runs to 1-1. I get the double check with knight 2-3, no promote. If they block, if they block at 2-3, drop a piece at 2-3, either drop a piece or move the gold, then I also get the double check with knight 2-3 promote. Okay. Number 123. I'll probably do, depending on how long it takes and how much we talk, I'll probably do 40 of these again like I did last time, before moving on to Shogi Wars. Let's see. I have a golden hand, and all those pieces are theirs. None of them are mine. I just have the rook on 2-6, pawn on 1-6, bishop on 1-7. This could certainly be a well, I don't know what I'd call it. But anyway, I'm looking at 2-4 rook. 2-4 rook. I mean, this is easy. Well, I say it's easy. It's 2-4 rook. There are no variations. It's 2-4 rook. King has to take. Right? This is almost, it's one of these where it's a little too easy, and so I'm suspicious. King takes, then gold drop on 3-5, protected by the bishop, and then the pawn. So you explain, does streaming slow down my calculation? In playing games, I think absolutely. I think, what do you think? For you, when you're playing on stream, playing or doing Tsume on stream, I think when doing Tsume, I'm slowed down by streaming also, but I think it's because I'm also talking. So it's hard to say, like I've said in the past, I think that my language center is very slow. Like, if making a computing analogy, where you have sort of things that are done in hardware versus things that are done in software, it feels like my language center is all in software. So, my brain is chewing away talking or listening or processing language. So I don't have as much to do calculation. But, oops, that's a misclick. So this was easy. This one was as easy. Having to explain Tsume often slows you down, yeah. But you solve these particular set of exercises instantly yeah. Yeah, I am not there. I am definitely not there. So I am having to calculate a lot of these. A bunch of them I'll sort of intuitively know that first move, and then I'll still try to calculate everything just to make sure that I'm seeing every variation. But the ones that I don't intuit right away, those are the ones that I'm having to almost brute force the checks. So like if I can't see one, I'll brute force. Okay, how do I get my first check? Does this work? Going through every variation. And I think it certainly is slower on stream. The intuition does seem to kick in quickly. The ones that I have intuition for, I don't even know if intuition is the right word, but the ones that it's probably understandable what I'm saying. But the ones I have intuition for, I will see pretty much immediately on stream or off stream. But then I still want to try to calculate every variation just to make sure it's correct. What I'm considering right now is bishop take or rook takes, but king takes, silver drop 1-2, king runs 2-2 is not mate. So knight drop or knight 1-2 promote is looking promising because I have that sketchy pawn there. If the king takes, then I get the silver drop for mate. If the lance takes, I get the silver drop at 1-1. So that's going to be it. Like this one for me was somewhat unintuitive because in a lot of these problems the knight is a support feature rather than sort of that first check. Hey, Contenti. Tsume has come to save you from boredom. If you're ever wondering how your endgame formed, you literally solved at least 1,000 basic Tsume before. Chess Tempo. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't used Chess Tempo. Lee Chess and Chess.com, I have done a gazillion chess problems. And Chessable as well. I've done a gazillion chess problems. On Chess.com, when I last left, I think I was around 2,700, which isn't like incredible, but it's not bad. Elite Chess, I had a high one, I think. I don't remember, but I stopped playing those because, like Lee Shogi, when you do a bunch of them, or when you get one wrong, you get penalized like 70 points, and you get one right, you get like 0 or 1 point. So it's not fun. Like for me, like I like to see numbers go up or things like that. That whole the way Lee Chess and Lee Shogi do their puzzle rating, it's just not fun for me. So I stopped doing those. Yeah, Adrian Shogi, how are you doing? I did say 2,700. It's 2,700 on their puzzles. So the chess.com puzzle ratings are significantly inflated when compared to like actual chess ratings. But so I think, yeah, I don't know what like a pro would be at, because I don't think a pro does that many chess.com puzzles. But it's pretty good. It based on what I see others talking about and doing, it seems like it's pretty good. 2700. Anyway, so I've done a lot of there. I've done a lot on Lichess. I've done a ton on Chessable. And then I've done a lot of Tsume. I have. You said, sure, you explained, the start of this was that you literally solved at least 1,000 basic Tsume before you ever played a single game. I have done thousands. Not that this is a big deal. I'm not using it to brag. But just as an explanation, like I have done thousands of Tsume problems. So, it doesn't show. It doesn't show, but I have done thousands and thousands. I'm curious what Lee Shogi. I think I have probably just 1,000 on Lee Shogi, but before it became unfun on Lee Shogi. Okay. Oh, it's not showing up on stream, but it's 1,451 on Lee Shogi that I've done. So there's 1,451 there. I've gone through at least 4 or 5 Tsume books, each with around a couple hundred, 180 to a couple hundred problems. I've done the PlayShogi.com collections probably at least a few times. So, that's close to 200 each collection. Maybe I've done 4 of those, 4 or 5, or actually probably more of those collections, from Maiden 1, Maiden 3, Maiden 5, and then some of them multiple times. So, I have done a lot. It doesn't show, in my streamed games, but I have done a lot. Oh, and my Shogi Quest as well. I think I have close to 2,000 puzzles played on Shogi Quest. I keep saying it. I need to do more. So I basically stopped doing Shogi Quest when the app stopped working on macOS. I loved doing it on macOS. I don't want to do it on mobile, but because my eyes are not as great, and focus at short. It's not as enjoyable for me to do them on mobile. So to do things like at extended periods. So yeah. But anyway, I'm not slow for lack of having done a lot. I'm slow just because I wish I knew. Next one is 125. So let me get to that before checking chat again. Back then you solved a bunch of the Urano. Yeah. I have the Urano. I have 2 or 3, I think at least, of the Maiden 3 Uranos. I have, I think, 2 of the Maiden 5s, and I have 1 or 2 of the Maiden 7s. I have not done the Maiden 7s. I have done some of the Maiden 5s. I've done all the Maiden 3s. If I did get a Maiden 1, I've done that as well, because I have a couple Maiden 1 books. I've done that Watanabe Maiden 3 book, which I've said is the hardest Maiden 3s that I've ever seen. I've got some of those 135s and 357 Japanese books that a couple of which I've done. I've got some Hishi books. The Ending Attack Techniques 200, not a Tsume book, but a great endgame book. I've done most of it, and the beginning section I've done a couple times. I've got the At a Glance. I've done the endgame At a Glance, which is 180 to 200 problems. It's slow to set in for me. I don't know what it is. I see chess problems way better than I see shogi problems. There's something about the chess geometry that sort of resonates with me more than shogi does. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. But anyway, just some background. I am much faster. Not much, but I am fast. Like to do 40. These problems, like sometimes on stream here, I'll do 40 problems in like an hour and a half or 2 hours even. You know, off stream, I'd probably be able to do the entire collection. Like this collection, I could probably do off stream in 3 hours. I'm guessing. You know, because the other ones, like the easiest Mate in 3, I think my fastest time is like 40 some minutes. The second easiest Mate in 3 collection, I think, is like a couple hours. Most of the time, I see doing Tsume's 3 move. Maybe I need to focus on longer Tsume. Yeah, I mean, I had started that off stream. So on stream, so I'm just going through these collections. You know, I started doing Tsume on stream Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I thought I'm going to go through the Mate in 3s, then I'll do the Mate in 5s. So I still just haven't done many of these streams. So I'm going through the Mate in 3 collections. You know, I know some people like to play along with these, like on the YouTube video, and see it. So I'm starting lower. You know, seeing how it goes gives me a chance to talk more, where I'm not just stumped with a Mate in 5 or a Mate in 7. Although a lot of the Mate in 5s that I see, like the first Mate in 5 collection on Play Shogi, is relatively easy for me. Like that one is relatively easy. Excuse me, I just bumped the table. But that's why I'm not doing it on stream. That's why. And also off stream, I have started doing. I've gone back to Hishi. So lately, just because my Yosei is so bad, and because I'm missing so many of those sort of surrounding the king motifs in my games, and I'm losing winning positions because of it, I've gone back to doing Hishi off stream. So like this on-stream Tsume is a tiny portion of my sort of Tsume / Hishi study. I'm really just doing this because I know some people like it. You learned mainly on Hidechi. I know a lot of people did. I have not learned much from Hidechi. I think I learn more from Hidechi now than I did at the beginning, because now I can use it as sort of an educational resource for a clarification of something I already have a question about. I have trouble learning from Hidechi to start, just because the videos are of such low quality, and I am just really a stickler. Not stickler, but like that stuff just gets in my I don't know what you'd call my personality. It gets into my personality and makes it very difficult for me to focus on the content. You know, because like the audio quality is so bad, the video quality is so bad, and I'm in a constant struggle of trying to like increase the volume, decrease the volume, and that's where I feel like the Hidechi videos. Well, you know, who am I to say? Because they already have thousands of views. But like, if those were remade in modern times, those would be fantastic. So in terms of like educational videos, I much prefer Debusho stuff. Like Debusho has fantastic content, and they're nice and bite-sized. All right, so let's look at this one here. I got a horse. They have a dragon and a token. This pawn here, the thing jumping out at me before even starting is gold drop 1/5. If the pawn takes, then no, this doesn't promote. This doesn't promote. This doesn't promote. So that's not it. If I just brain dead check chase with the silver 2/5, the king runs to 1/5 and is safe. If I look at weird horse sacks like 2/6 and 2/7, the dragon can just take those. So what if I cut off the escape square of 2-7 with gold? Yeah, okay, so gold 2-7, it cuts off the escape square, which would allow horse 2-5. If the king takes, no. So if the dragon takes, no, that's not true. So if the dragon takes 2-7, then the dragon can take 2-5 as well. It's in position to defend 2-5. I'm looking at 1-5 again. So if the pawn takes, well, no, that is right. That is right. So if the pawn takes, the escape square at 1-5 is now gone. So the silver is mate. And if the king takes, then horse 2-5 is mate. Yeah. Okay. All right. Not sure. I think that was a situation where my visibility, I brought the silver down, and then my board visualization was one step behind of what it saw. It didn't realize that this was cutting off the escape. You say one other thing you've noticed is I'm pretty good at Tsume when I know it's a Tsume. Yes. Okay, this book. Thank you. Hi, Patras0624. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the chat. Hope you like Shogi. Hope you like Tsume. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I lead in with some Tsume problems. Those, I dream Shogi, those will be, I will absolutely check that out. Thank you. You know, it's very hard to find, you know, as someone who doesn't speak Japanese, it's very hard to find material of things like that, what I'm looking for. So, you know, that, hey, Gust1, great to see you as well. It's very, those are great, because, I mean, you nailed it. I don't think this is a problem unique to me. You know, I don't think this is a problem unique to me of being, you know, pretty good at Tsume when you know it's a Tsume, but not when you're not. You know, I think a lot of my problem, with or without Yoyomi, is that I am hesitant, you know, because I'm not fast. You know, because I'm not fast at calculating a large number of variations. I'm hesitant to spend a huge, you know, to invest a lot of time on, is this Tsume? You know, I think that's the thing. And so, like, you know, because like these Shogi Wars games, for example, if I'm playing 10 minute, and I've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So, you know, this seems like it's very common for me. I've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I've got a winning position. You know, intuitively, I've got a winning position. And, you know, the engine proves it out. You know, not that engine evals matter too much to me, but I'm just saying it. You know, the engine eval, my intuition tells me that this is absolutely winning, if not a Tsume itself. And the engine says the same. But then the question is, you know, do I want to invest 45 seconds figuring out if this is a mate? And so, you know, a lot of times I will. So those games, you know, I'll have 3:30. I'll be reviewing the stream later, and I'll be looking at this. I'll be like, I have a gazillion minutes here. You know, I've got a ton of time to find this. You know, I've got more than a 3-minute game's worth of time to find this mate or find this winning idea or winning ideas. You know, many a times these games have multiple winning ideas. And then as I review the stream, I see myself thinking it, looking. So I'm looking for that mate. I'm looking for that pretty mate. And then I don't see it in 30 seconds or 45 seconds. And now all of a sudden I've got 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And so I do something else. And then the next move, all right, maybe I have it now, and I'll spend 30 seconds or whatever. Long story short, we get to the point where it's a minute 30, and the opponent has decided they're going to just start flailing. They're going to start flagging. The opponent will have like 8 minutes on the clock or 7 minutes, and they go into, speculative attack / flagging / flailing mode. And now I have to potentially make a defense move or two while trying to figure out how I get my mate. And I think these are the situations where both you and Koshiro will be like, you need to surround the king. And so that's the thing. Today's focus for me in my games, today's focus, to a fault, don't care if I lose, today's focus is going to be on making Tsume threat. So, I don't know if that makes sense, but that is, like, those games that I lost 2 days ago on Tuesday, they are still bothering me. Like, I am, with full disclosure, I am still bothered, like incredibly bothered by those 2 games that I lost, where I had, the game was over. The game was over. And I managed to find a way to lose the game. Those are from Tuesday. So that's, we're basically, 45, 46 hours away from those. And those games are stuck in my brain, especially when I'm trying to sleep. So anyway, I see you chat, you said something. It's true for everyone, but it seems that the gap is big. Yeah. And that's, the gap is bigger for me than normal. And that's the thing. That's where I was sort of rhetorically or not rhetorically, I don't know, asking that question yesterday of like, am I just, like, I think I said yesterday, like, it may be exaggerate, like, am I just too done at opening and middle maybe game and just like 10Q at end game? That's like it seems like you are right. It seems like the gap for me is much greater, where people seem to be so much better at endgame at my level. The players I play at my level, they seem to be so much better at endgame and making threats than I am. Because when you're watching, there's some Tsume that I said, but never during games. Yeah. That book. I will. Do you? So I don't know if I've asked you this before. I've talked to Noah0508 about this. Do you do Amazon? Because his YouTube channel, it says, or used to say, that he reads one shogi book per day. And I asked, like, how do you get on? He uses the Amazon, the Amazon.co.jp Kindle Unlimited. So I'm curious if you do that. I'm just curious, because I do have two, like, I have an old Kindle and a relatively new Kindle, and I was thinking that because they're separate accounts, I'd have one Kindle that's an Amazon.co.jp account. Okay, you like to having the actual book. So do I. But I'm just asking you if you're curious. I was asking you because I'm curious. But I will look that up. Buy it from Amazon.co.jp. And I'm not going to open up the link, or not link. I'm not going to search in Amazon.co.jp, because they do that infuriating thing. Like, if I go to Amazon.co.jp right now, it's going to be like, is this you? And post my entire home address on the stream. So I'm not going to do that. Not that it's difficult to find things on, not that it's difficult to stalk people online, but I'm going to avoid that. The book gives a specific board position, then 4 variations of pieces in hand. You have to figure out which are mate. Oh, I love those. So that's like a big boy version of which pieces do you need to mate, by Daisuke Katagami, which is the book I always recommend to people for a first book. And I'm going to skip ahead because I see Shogi explains that, yeah, you flashed your home address once doing something similar. Yeah. So when I did that, what I did, I might have even discussed it with you, but I deleted the Twitch VOD, and then before I uploaded it to YouTube, I edited out that portion, and then uploaded it to YouTube. That's how I dealt with the 2 times that things have come up. No, we talked about a different situation. The 2 times that things have come up where I've wanted to censor myself, or censor basically, censor get rid of a piece of the stream. That's what I've done. But it doesn't stop people from having clipped or doing whatever. But the Shogi community is so great that no one's going to be a jerk. So far that I've seen. Anyway, I am very excited. I'm going to order that book later this afternoon. So explain. So back into order of the chat. Opponents flailing in the end of the game is mostly your wins. You don't understand why people are so strong on opening on middle game, but bad at Tsume. If I wish I understood. Yes, I study my opening a lot. For Central Rook, and for opposing Central Rook and opposing Rook as Gote versus third file is, like, as I've said before, like I think a zillion times, that is my strongest opening, because that is the one I have studied the most, as it's turned out, and it's the one that I have done the most over the board. So, and as it turns out, 2 of my biggest wins of my life were that. The other 2 biggest wins of my life were Central Rook. But Urashino now, I am not studying. I did the little Wikipedia. The US Wikipedia, which is tiny. I read that a couple times. I watched a few of the Shogi Harbor videos, which are old Urashino, and sort of in a lot of ways not even applicable to the positions that I see every day. And then I watched the Urashino Ryu channel. So my Urashino stuff, despite being sort of successful for me, I am not studying that at all. I review my games, which I think is probably considered study. So I review my games, which I think helps my opening, and I think it helps my middle game. But I don't think review of endgame, except for learning about surrounding the king and making Tsumero threats, which is a relatively new thing that I've picked up now from Koshiro and I Dream of Shogi. So that has not helped me. I mean, my review of my games has not helped me endgame. I think the Koshiro and I Dream of Shogi stuff is going to help me. I'm convinced it is. I'm convinced / crossing my fingers / praying / hoping. Oh, it's on normal Amazon? Oh, okay. Well, I'll check on normal Amazon, because then I don't have to pay that large shipping cost from shogi.co.jp. You don't really do any Tsume. You almost exclusively study open. Well, but you're already high level. You're already very high. So that's not. And there's also the thing. There's also, this topic comes up in a lot of chess podcasts. The idea, you learned shogi as a kid. So you learned as a kid in Japan, and so it's like I think the paths are different. It sounds like the chess world has this discussion as well. The adult learner versus the child learner, and they're different paths. And so sometimes the lessons from one don't seem to apply to the others, but that's there seems to be differing thought on that, and I am not qualified to make any sort of statement on it. But like, you're already so good, so you doing Tsume, like, maybe it will help you get better, continue to rank up. The neural paths are much harder to create when you're an adult. That's, I know that there are some people that disagree to an extent with that. But I don't know if sometimes our people are just saying that to get the internet clout. Some of these they're neuroscientists, but a scientist is just a person. A scientist is just a person that's got some credential. But that's one of the great things that Steve Jobs had talked about. That you realize, as you get older, you realize that the experts don't really know, a lot of times, they don't know any more than anyone else. But anyway, not to get off on that topic, and not to take that out of context, and not to make it like a foundation of my belief system, which it is not, because experts oftentimes know plenty more than people who are non-experts. So I'm not taking this sort of mental populist stance of everyone knows everything, but Patras, you say mate solving is good training, but searching easy Tsumero or easy Hishi is much better in kind of Shogi Wars. That is something. So that's something that Koshiro, I believe, has said as well. That a lot of times, what I need to do is find the Tsumero, find the easy Tsumero. That if I get faster, so that's where I'm sort of I'm getting counter advice, where some people say start studying longer mates. Some people start saying study the short mates just a lot, and some people are saying a mix. And so it's kind of tough, but I'm trying to do it all. I'm trying to do it all. And because I like it all, so that's a lot of the thing I think for learning, for me and for most people, is that like if you love what you're doing, you're probably going to benefit from it, even if what you're doing is not the most efficient thing. And so I don't know. You say, to be fair, you left Japan when you were 7 and had been playing less than a year. So you'd already gotten, you left as an adult. You left as a shogi adult, basically, at 7. Then you didn't play until you're like 22. Okay, that's fascinating. That's fascinating. But you played with someone who became a pro. So there's some sort of osmosis or something that worked on you. It's also possible you're just naturally. There are people who are just naturally good at these kind of games or good at these kinds of visualizations. So, and maybe I'm just not like that. I'm open to that. It's hard for me. I suppose impossible at this point in how humans can look into the brain, but it's possible that I would be good at it. But at this point, I'm a little too old to sort of express that goodness. But I don't know. Either way, I'm going to keep trying. I have to. The overriding feeling is that regardless of what my cap is, I believe wholeheartedly and 100% with zero doubt that 2Q on Shogi Wars is not my peak. That's so right now, I believe this 100%, and I think it would be almost impossible to make a realistic argument saying that my cap is at 2Q Shogi Wars. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going as if I'm going to learn, as if I'm going to keep growing, as if I will be able to compete with players like you, like Noah 0508. Not that I ever believe that I will, but I have to keep going, and I know I can get higher than I am now. Let's see, Augustine, you say that you thought that the ISF players will be so much younger. You're surprised that you're in the average. Yeah, I mean, some of these players have been playing for a long time, and like in the West, that's the thing, or not in the West, but like outside of Japan, I'm not speaking of Japan, like who learns shogi outside of Japan? It's not kids for the most part. It's going to be probably 20 somethings who are learning the game, or you know, maybe late teens who are learning the game and then spending years getting better at it, you know, just in the West, because, you know, we don't have a culture of kids playing shogi in the West. So it makes sense that they're going to be older. Like I don't, our two reps, our two reps are, Muse, who is not a kid. I don't know his age, but I know he's not a kid. And then we do have someone who could be qualified as a kid. You know, I don't think 16 really is a kid anymore, but technically, you know, he is not a Westerner, I'd say, you know, because he wasn't born in the West. You know, he's he wasn't raised in the West. So let's see. What is this problem? Oh, I already solved this one. This one took me longer than most of the others today. Although I've only done five or four. And you say I can get to 2-dan Shogi Wars for sure. That would be a dream. That would be nice. So I feel like a 2-dan Shogi Wars player. This means what this would unlock for me would be the ability to compete with anyone in our country. Not to win, you know, even 10% of the games with anyone, but to compete. You know, because like right now at my level, like, you know, I have beaten a 3-dan. I have beaten a 2-dan. You know, I have beaten some Shodans. Both over the board and online. So, like, and that's at my level. So if I was 2-dan, I feel like I'd at least be able to compete with everyone else in the country. Yeah, I thought if you were going to say I'd be able to get a nicer Menjo. Yeah, true. I would be. So, you know, the current state of my brain is that, you know, Shodan, when I hit when, there's no if. When I hit it, you know, the payoff is the fat Kaya board. You know, I have the one soon, you know, the 3 centimeter Kaya board now that I really like that I have, but I want the fat one. That's the gift. I haven't even thought far enough to think about like what a 2-dan gift would be. Yeah, I don't know what that would be. But you know, the overall idea is that I want to get into a state where I can basically compete and enjoy the game with everybody. I'm saying that, but at the same time, the only player that I simply cannot play is Noah 0508. Like I played, you know, obviously, you know, I played Tomita and had a great game. I didn't win, but I think he and I both thought mid to late middle game I had a slight advantage. Central Rook versus his static. You know, he played a wide open style, and I think I just made the right moves, and then he made a slightly off move that I sort of responded nicely with. So, like, you know, his endgame prowess came through, and he you know, shortly after that beat me. But I came away from that game feeling fantastic. You know, my game against Bano-san, it didn't go far into middle game because I flagged. I flagged. I am so bad. Even though like I've said, even though I own 2 of these, and even though I have a lot of experience with them, that Meijin Sen talking, when it says Q, it really means it's basically done. And I just missed it. So I flagged. and I think he was in a better position, like a slightly better position in the middle game. But I had a great game against him, like a really enjoyable game against him. So I had 2 really nice games there. The two Don who I lost to in Group A, I had a dominant position where all of a sudden I started, like I've talked about this on stream, where I got into my head big time, and I was like, in my mind I had already won, and my next opponent was going to Nifu, and I was going to be in the running for semifinals, and my mind was going nuts because that would have been my second Group A win. So that was that was a great game against a Tudon, who admittedly was weak against Central Rook, but Central Rook is an opening. And then my final game against Maple Sugar Lover, it was good. It was good until I'm a one move blunder that basically it didn't lose the game. It didn't lose the game, but it basically, I mean, I resigned. There was a move that would have sort of maintained a real bad position for me, but not losing by any means. Certainly not for an amateur. But I think I was mentally beaten by that point. Do I know his rating on Shogi Wars? I have seen. I think I have. So, Noah plays. He experiments and he plays everything. He is not playing for rating. He is playing, I think, to get better and to enjoy it. So I think on Shogi Wars, I have seen him as high as 5 Dan. I've seen him as low as 3 Dan. So I don't know where he is now, but I have seen him in that range. He's throwing everything at the wall in the opening. It's amazing to watch his videos. I love them. I don't know if I learn much from him, but I really enjoy them. And I love his mindset. I love his mindset. He just does not seem to care about the rating at all. Like he has said it, but unlike most people that say it, I think he means it. I think he has higher ambitions for his shogi than, 5 Dan Shogi Wars or, 5 Dan or 6 Dan, 81 Dojo. I think he just has higher ambition for it. And yeah, and he loves it. I mean, my perception is that he loves it. But yeah, I mentioned that those games because, like, I guess technically I have competed with really good players, in a really important tournament. He is the only player I cannot play against him. I just cannot. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. I'm so intimidated. I just don't know what it is. And I haven't played Muse yet, but I suspect that it might be the same going against him. Because I think I'm mentally defeated by him before I would have even stepped onto the board with him. Not that it would, he'd still beat me anyway, even if I had full confidence. But I think, maybe I'd be able to play a reasonable game, like I did against Tomita, like I did against Bano-san. Let's see this problem 126. One of these open problems. Open. I've got a lance. I've got a rook. I've got. How do I apply a check here? I can apply a check with a bishop promoting. I can bring the lance, protected by the knight. I can bring the lance to 4-5. Lance 4-5, wide open, but Lance 4-5. Patras, you're 2 down in Shogi Wars, but you're not at all confident of going to 3 down above. It's like another world. Interesting. That's funny because I watch as I've said this Urashino Ryu channel, and where he plays only Urashino Ryu, both Gote and Sente, and plays 3-minute games, and I think currently he's 4 dan. He's 4 dan on Shogi Wars. And when he plays 2 dans, he demolishes them. When he plays, 3 and above, they're tough games. So what you're saying, I have sort of observed as well. I've sort of observed that as well, but this is in 3-minute games for the Urashino Ryu channel player. It's fascinating. It's like, and the thing that I find even more interesting is that, like, when I'm watching these games, I see the 2 dan mistakes. I'm like, oh my gosh, this person's 2 dan and they're doing this. I almost wonder if they're just intimidated, like me when I'm playing a good player. Maybe I'm just intimidated, but he demolishes these 2 dans, and they're making blunders all over. They're making blunders that I don't see A Dream of Shogi making. You're climbing to 3 dan right now, and what you've noticed from 3 to 4 is that they're very good at blocking your ideas. Yeah, you've said that. Yeah. I think that's the thing, even at my level, those are the ones, they're like, when I see someone like completely blocking my ideas over and over, and those are the ones I start thinking, oh, this guy's a sand. My brain goes to, this is a sandbagger. Like, there's no 3Q that's got all these, that's immediately seeing all these ideas. But yeah, that's interesting. The area for improvement is to think about what your opponent is going for and block it. Hey, Gabrielle, great to see you. Okay, so this one, I said 4-5. Blocking doesn't give me mate. I mean, is not mate in 3. So if they block, I go with the rook. It's still a run. Although I suppose they could call that. I suppose they could call that useless interpolation. So 4-5. If the king runs, then I've got bishop. Oh no, because the rook is so that means I have to block with the lance 4-4. So lance 4-4. King. If the king runs a 2-5, then I've got bishop 2-4 promote, which is mate. If the king blocks, or if they block, then it's going to be a mate in 5. But technically, I suppose, if you don't count this, rook takes, then the king to 2-4 to 2-5, then the bishop to 2-4 promote. All right. $127. I started thinking about my mind. I started thinking, I wonder if Maple Sugar Lover plays on Shogi Wars and what his rating is. Because he's 3 down on 81 Dojo, or was last time I saw, and I've played him a couple times. Once casually on that Friday night before the tournament, and then once as the final round of the tournament. You think A Dream of Shogi recommended you to do this on the other stream? Yes, he did. Yes. Yep. Definitely. It's something that I try to keep in mind, even regardless. So I've got this blunder check. I have this file that I got from a chess video, After each opponent move, 1, ask yourself, what is the purpose of this move? 2, can I capture anything? And then after answering those 2 questions and deciding in the move, ask yourself number 3, do I lose anything after this move? And then I've added, if this move is at all a pawn move, will it be a Nifu? So that's my own blunder check. But it's about, and Todovsky has talked about this as well. Got to ask yourself, what is the opponent doing? What are their moves? Don't discount their moves. How is Atari? Thank you for asking. She's okay. She still has diarrhea. There hasn't been blood. The blood tests, the fecal, the poop examination came back pretty much clean. Supposedly she has feline COVID, but like whatever. Like that has nothing to do with it. And that feels like one of those things that the vet would just try to justify their existence by putting it on a list, just so it looks like they're doing their job. So that has nothing to do with the diarrhea or the blood in the poop. So we don't know. I have not been able to give her all the medication because it's so difficult to give it to her. So we've given like half. But anyway, that medication was to get rid of parasites in case parasites were causing the problem, and the test came back without parasites. So it doesn't matter about that. But yeah, so we're still. She seems okay. We're mostly back to regular food now, because she won't eat sort of the special stuff that she was given. And we're playing by ear. She behaves great. So thank you for asking. We're still going. Yeah, I hope so. She seems good. So if I do this rook 3-1 promote, the king takes. I don't have a way to mate because this bishop is here. So I could if I bring the silver back 2-3 promote, the king has to take, or the bishop has to take. If the king takes, then 3-3 drop gold is mate. And same thing if the bishop takes. Okay. Number 128. And just since there are more people here than when I said it earlier, I started the stream early, and I'll have to cut it short before noon because like I mentioned in the past, that our refrigerator broke over the weekend. So the new one is going to be delivered today between noon and 4. So I need to clear out our driveway for them a little bit before noon. So long story short, I started a little early, and I'll have to stop by like 11:50 or so my time, which is in an hour and 20 minutes. It's 10:28 right now. 11:50 is when is the absolute end where I have to stop. And hopefully they'll be here early, so then I'll have time to jump back on stream after. But that's what's going on. So what do we have? I can't take. It can't just sack. That's not going to get me anything. I think this looks like this. This is basically the same problem. Rook drop on 3-2. If bishop takes, gold drop on 3-3. If the king takes, gold drop on 3-3. If the king runs to 1-1, then gold drop on 2-2. $129. I've got a horse on 3-7. I'm just parsing this problem. I've got a horse. They have a horse. I've got a silver. The immediate thing that jumps out at me is 4-9 rook drop. If the king takes, then horse to 4-8 is mate. If the horse takes, horse to 2-8 is mate. And there are no other options. Let's see. This is problem 130. Okay, so we have potential for exposed attacks. Excuse me. I've noticed that sometimes, for any viewers of the Manao channel, I've noticed that sometimes she mutes her mic while she's playing. And there doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason to it. It's not like she's sneezing. It's not like she's making any noises that I can imagine, because there's nothing that looks like it would be noise making. I'm curious if anyone knows why she does that. Anyone especially that might read chat. Could be someone else. Yeah, I was wondering. That's what I was thinking. Maybe it is, but like, you never hear any lead or tailing noise when she does it. So it's not like she's muting because someone started making noise. It's like it's almost like preemptive. But yeah, maybe that is. Maybe it is. I'm trying to make knight 2-7, knight drop 2-7 work. So knight drop 2-7 requires gold takes, and then once the gold takes, bishop 3-4 blocks the lance and sets up the mate. $131. The thing that jumped out immediately is 1-2 bishop to get rid of this escape. It gets rid of this escape square. It also gets rid of 1-2 as an escape square. So this feels sort of, it feels like gimmicky that my brain immediately saw this idea on a position that will literally never happen. Well, not never happen, but like I've probably never seen on a board. But it feels puzzly. So I'm guessing that's it. If so 1-2, if the lance takes, gold drop 3-3 is mate, because that 1-2 square is now closed off. But if the king runs to 3-2, then gold 4-2 is also mate. Yeah. If both lances were on the first file, yeah, I've seen that. Put 2 lances on the second file, and there's 1 on the first file. It's funny, but maybe. It's hard not to look at the rook sack on 1-2, but I don't think that's going to be it. Yeah, that's not going to be it. The other idea that comes to my mind is rook drop 1-3. If the lance takes, then silver drop 1-2. If the king takes, then silver drop 1-4. If the knight takes, silver drop 1-4. Okay, 133. I think this is going to be an exercise in managing escape squares. Bishop 4-5. Knight takes. Rook 4-3. Yeah, there's no other. 134. These wide open ones. They cause the smoke to come out of my head almost immediately. It's like, if my brain was a laptop, with fans in it, I'd be just sort of doing my work, and then all of a sudden one of these problems come up, and the fans, all of a sudden the fans turn on. So you see like the CPU going to 100%, and the fans are going on. Silver 3-4. So I'm almost immediately into I am immediately into raw brute force calculation mode. Let me be, anytime I catch myself doing that, let me look for an idea. So the escapes, I'm going to look at the squares. So rather than just going into brute force calculation mode, let me go into the squares. The 5-4 square is the 5-4 that 5-4-3-6 diagonal. Well, not the diagonal. The 5-4 square is a running square. That is the only open square right now. Is 5-4. So how do I stop 5-4 from being a square? I can bring the dragon up. I can bring the dragon up to 3-4, which means now the running square is 3-6. So the king has to run to 3-6, and I can expose a check from the rook or from the dragon with silver 2-6 and silver 4-6, but interposition becomes a possibility because the bishop is still eyeing 3-5. And just judging by the fact that knight is there, I'm guessing that the option is to have to push the king down. Try it again. Rook 3-4 or dragon 3-4, king 3-6. Block the bishop. Block the bishop with silver 2-4. There it is. Silver 2-4. It also creates the the double attack on 3-5. Okay, there it is. Cool one. I like that. We saw this one before. Oh, really? They do seem to have similar-ish. Hey, Olive My Gun, great to see you. Going through some of these Tsumes. I'm almost wondering if we're gonna take all the time just doing Tsume. I mean, maybe that will be the plan. We'll see how fast these come. And if I am not done in a reasonable amount of time, I guess we'll just keep going with the Tsume, and then hope and plan that maybe later today, the refrigerator is delivered and I can go into Shogi Wars before having to pick up my daughter and do all those those other things. What is this? Okay, don't touch the mouse. I've got a. Just gonna check on the other machine here a message. Okay, so they have a horse that's guarding the 3-1-1-3 diagonal. I can block it. So, well, I was going to say but not I was going to say rook 1-2. King takes, then bishop 2-1 promote. But no, because the pawn is now hanging. And also the horse can just take the rook, and that all goes away. So rook. My first idea was that I discarded was rook 2-2. Rook 2-2 promote. I ignore that. I think I like the knight 2-1. Knight 2-1 is popping out at me. Knight 2-1 requires the king to take, then expose the double check with rook 2-2 promote. Yeah. Problem 136. Yep. You saw it. It's funny how the brain works, because I was calculating away on this one line, and then all of a sudden my third eye saw the knight jump, and it's like So maybe my brain does have multiple cores. It's got multiple CPUs in there. It's not just calculating one thought at a time. All right, if this was a gold, if piece in hand was a gold, it'd be the obvious rook sack. So I'm somehow, if I bring the rook to 3-4, exposes the check, blocks the horse, but there's no follow-up after a drop. So I could do silver 2-2. What about this? Silver 2-2. Silver has to take, then which sort of blocks off the 2-2 square as an exit path, and then rook 3-4 promote, blocks the horse, exposes the check. Nothing can interpose. Yeah, this is a cool one. I could see this happening. I could see this happening and me missing it, not seeing it in a game. Problem 137. Let me just, it's been a while. It's been an hour 14 of the stream so far, so I'll paste this again. All right, we've got an exposed attack. Nothing in hand. I think same sort of, it's the same basic theme. Silver 1/4 to break the to silver 1/4 to, what am I trying to say? To close off the escape square, or to pull that lance, and free the rook. The rook is going to go to 2/2 to block the horse and expose the unblockable check. Problem 138. Okay, so bottom of the board, sort of wide open. I can see myself getting into a situation like this. Let's see, how do we get this out of here? Ah, I like it. The dragon 2/6 is, well, I mean, it's one of the only ways. Well, there are multiple ways to check, but dragon 2/6. Token takes, gold drop 2/8. You're protected by the gold is mate. If the king takes, gold 1/6 is now mate, because that lance covers the entire file. Problem 139. Two horses on the board, staring at each other. Got a gold in hand. Four 2 is an escape square. 4-2 is an escape square. So 3-2 gold drop. Three-two gold drop allows 2-3, king 2-3, and the horse can't go to 3-4 because the other horse will capture it. So the horse can come straight up to 2-4, gets rid of that escape square. I've got a gold. Okay, I've got a gold in hand. So yeah, horse 2-4, king has to move to 4-3, and then gold drop on 4-4 is going to be no, because then the king can go to 5-2. All right, hold on, hold your horses, Open board. The open boards are the ones that the fans are going off in my head. Let's look at that again. 2-4, king 4-3. Gold 4-2 is not it because the king can go to 5-3. How about if I bring... No, I was going to say if I start with the gold on 4-4, the king runs and I can bring the horse up, but then they can still run to 5-2. Ooh, is there any way to pull the king towards? Tricky. Ah, we can close off that square. Ah, we can make the horse close it off. 4-3 gold. 4-3 gold drop. If the king runs to 2-3, horse 3-4 is now mate because the gold is blocking the other horse. If the horse takes, then it's horse 2-4. And the king cannot run anymore. Oh, I like that one. Never going to see this in a game. Never going to see that in a game, but I like it. Maybe if I do enough of them, I would see it. Let's see. This is problem 140. We've got an exposed check. Wow. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on this puzzle. There's the bishop looking at the bishop. There's the knight. Their bishop and rook are both eyeing my bishop. I'm almost tempted to say, you know, my sort of my 3-minute shogi game would just be to give up that bishop and move the rook down to 4-9. So I'm gonna start calculating that one. So dragon 4-9 exposes the check. If they block, then dragon 1-9 is mate. Yeah. If they block or capture that bishop, because it is check, so they have to respond to that check. This is like a chess problem. This is more like a chess problem. You know, big dynamic pieces, checks at a distance. This feels very much like a chess problem. I like it. I love chess puzzles. Love chess puzzles. Okay, 141. 141. Lance suspiciously guarding the entire second file, except for 2-9. I've got a gold. Silver's hanging. So the only way to protect that silver, I think, the only meaningful way to protect that silver is with rook 1-4. So rook 1-4, not a promote. Not a promote, but that lance is allowing us. I don't know if noise reduction took care of that noise that I just made, but a long exhale through the teeth. I think a block would be good enough there. A block on 2-4. Maybe, well, that wouldn't count. That wouldn't count as a move. So it's not going to be a mate in 5. It is in my brain, but it's not going to be counted as a mate in 5. So this is still possible. So rook 1-4, block, rook takes. King runs to 4-5, and they're out. They're out. Yeah, they're out. What about the gold drop on 4-5? Gold drop on 4-5. Has to be taken by the horse. Then rook 1-4. King can't run can no longer run to 4-4 or for 4-5. So rook 1-4. If they block, rook takes at 2-4. Yeah. All right. Good problem. Number 142. This is like Iken Ryu, but with the unpromoted. Yeah, the unpromotion of it is what kind of made me have to think twice or 3 or 4 times about it. The Iken Hisha. Alright. Horse suspiciously on 5-2. Which is making me think I've got to get that knight out of there. Rook 2-6. Rook 2-6. If they block, well, if they block or take, if block or take, then gold 1-4. If the king runs, to 1-3, then it's gold drop on 2-3. If the king takes the pawn, then it's gold drop on 2-5. $143. Hey, Saucery! Seems to go to bed late again. Yeah, this is a cool one. That last one was a cool one. Iken Bisha is first final rook. Okay. So we're at 10:55 a.m. here in Northern California. I have a maximum of 55 minutes left on the stream, at least for now, until I've got to sort of prepare for the new refrigerator coming in, and then if they're done early, I'll be able to come back and stream some Shogi Wars. Where are we? We're only on 143, so I've only done 22 or 23 of these problems. So it doesn't look like we're going to be at our 40 before Shogi Wars time. So I'll hold off on Shogi Wars, hoping that I can do it later today. Yeah, we've had some good chat today. The stream's already been going for an hour 27, and I've only done 22 of these. So we've had some good chat. I enjoy it anyway. I love talking about Shogi and improvement and brain. How? I enjoy it. I enjoy it. That's the thing. It's easy. It's easy when you enjoy the game. It's easy when the people watching are so awesome. Like, that's the thing that makes it really easy. That I think I have to believe. If these were mostly just quiet, like one viewer streams or whatever, I have to imagine that I wouldn't have been as consistent. But your opponent didn't show up. What does that mean? So it seems like in some of these WSL games, people are given a lot of latitude. What team are you on, Olive? What number of team are you on? And who else is on your team? I'm going to show you have an outline for a video series titled How to Get Better. Ooh, music to my ears. Music to my ears. It's just gonna be do Tsume. Play a lot, do Tsume. Okay, you're 3. You're on team 3. Who else is on your team? That's not the team with Gabriel Angelo BR, right? He's on Brazil 2, I think, right? This is how to do it systematically and efficiently. Oh, he's on 4. Really? Brazil is just stacked. With good players. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Every day is hard to balance with the social life. See, that's where I have the advantage now. So now, this is my full-time job, and social life, I don't really have one. So I am more than happy, with my family here. So I don't have to. I don't usually, go out. Although I go out now to shogi clubs, but. Oh, okay. Dick Brazil is on your team. Dick Brazil is one of those people who plays a ton of games. And then I've seen, I don't know how to pronounce it, sort of Wittgenstein. Oh, you have 6 players on there. I'm not familiar with Fabu. Obviously, I've seen Isabel Loyola. Isabel Loyola is now a new Shodan, I think, on 81 Dojo. I don't know how to pronounce the Hao or Zhao. I've seen that name. I don't remember much about like the details. So she I didn't remember. So I saw that in that chessresults.com they showed the matchup. I didn't see who won. Between her and I think it was Tokyo Peach was the other player, right? Now I'm doubting everything with the names. Now, after our discussion yesterday, where I thought Rachel and Raquel were 2 separate people, now I'm doubting everything. So it was either Rebecca or Raquel. Ah, 19. Nice. But he was not at the Hayazashi tournament or the Osho tournament, right? So I don't remember seeing you point out his username. Looking at this one. Okay. 1Q81 Dojo. Fellow 1Q81 Dojo. Patting myself on the back for nothing. It's the Shogi Wars. It's the Shogi Wars rating that I want. All right, how are we going to do this? Let's look at this. I'm looking at this problem now. This is 143. Rook drop on 3-2. Rook drop on 3-2. It requires the gold take, and then once the gold takes, Token 4-1 is mate. Whoa! Okay. So I thought this one was too easy. So these are the ones I get wrong. Where I read it, it's like, okay, this is an easy one, and that's not it. All right. What was the problem with that? Oh, because the king can just take 5-1. Okay. Fair enough. Gold takes 4-1. King has to go to 3-2. No rook. So let's look at rook 5-2. So let's reverse it. Rook 5-2. Rook 5-2. King cannot take. King cannot take any of my pieces. Gold has to take. Rook 5-2. Gold takes. Token 4-1 is mate. Okay. So, wrong direction. Problem 144. See, that'll teach me. That'll teach me to rush one. In 3-minute Shogi Wars games, that wouldn't have mattered because they wouldn't have taken that piece anyway. Well, no, I guess if they're not going to resign, they sort of have to take the piece. That was the only move. So on 81 Dojo, that might get a resign. On Shogi Wars, it wouldn't. This feels sort of brute force-ish, which is making me think it's not. Gold 2-4. King 1-5. No. Gold 3-5. No. We gotta block that lance. We gotta block that lance. Gold 2-3. Gold 2-3. Gold 2-3. Bishop takes rook or dragon. Then horse 2-4. Gold 2-3. Block. Can't block. Hey, Transport, great to see you. Shogi Wars 10-minute is what I want. Is that in response to where I said in Shogi Wars 3-minute that people would... What do I do when I don't play Shogi? These days, what I do when I'm not playing Shogi is I stress about... Not stress, but like... The past two days, what I have done when I'm not playing Shogi is thinking about those 2 games I lost on Tuesday. Just they are still just deep down in my head. It's real painful, but yeah, you know, these days in the morning and afternoon, I'm dropping off and picking up my daughter at her work. Doing exercise, a bit, every day. What else? Eat and eat, watch some TV. Obviously, yeah, like Olive says, he, she, and Tsume. I'm doing a lot of it off stream. It doesn't show yet, but I am doing a lot of it. And then, at night, I watch a lot of Shogi videos. Like Koshiro lately has been uploading 1 a day. That's must watch TV for me. Every night now, for the past week or so, before I go to bed, I watch a video from. I watch the day's upload from Urashino Ryu channel. There's there are more hours of Netflix than I care, at night to have. Lately I've been watching like Dexter, rewatching the series Dexter. So I see like maybe 3 episodes a night or something like that. What else? That's about it these days. That's about it. Oh, you're trying to learn Japanese. So I tried to get into a course, this summer course at the local community college. I was too late. And they were full. So I am going to try to get into a Japanese course at one of the local community colleges in the fall, which begins in maybe 2-3 months. I'm going to try. I would love to do that. I'll try to work it around. I hopefully find one where I can work it around the streaming schedule. but I would like that. Yeah, Manao channel also is one that I'll watch. Usually that's sort of an ad hoc watch, where lately what's been happening is, I finish up my stream, I start the upload to YouTube, I go pick up my daughter, or if there's time in the middle. So it depends. Like if there's time in the middle between the end of my stream and going to pick up, I'll watch Koshiro's video there. Otherwise, when we get home, we'll eat, and then I'll kind of watch Koshiro's video after we eat. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to understand the Japanese videos, just because auto-translate is so poor for them. It's for me, it's basically unusable. So I don't even turn it on. I don't even turn on auto-translate for the Japanese videos because it's so bad. But like I've said before, Koshiro's videos, which are in Portuguese, the auto-translate's very good. It has mistakes, but especially around Japanese terminology of shogi stuff. But it's completely understandable. And then, you say, by the way, those Brazilian players are so strong at Tsume. Tokyo, I have noticed that as well. I've noticed it as well. And Tokyo Peach is very fast too. So I think it's a double-edged. It's like a double attack where she and some of these other players are strong at reading, and they play sort of like maniacs in terms of speed. She does, Gabriel Angelo BR does as well, and it shouldn't affect the opponents, but it does. It does. So like they can read and they move fast, so it's like this extra pressure on the opponents, and it's real strong, fun to watch too, because the games don't last long. Gabriel saying that Koshiro's endgame and Tsume are his main strengths. That's one of the things, watching his videos lately, his Shogi Wars videos, where he's sort of, I hesitate to say climbing the rating ladder, because Shogi Wars settles you really early at your actual opponent level, and then as you just build up Q ranks. So he's been playing Don players forever in these videos, but the openings are just kind of like, they're kind of wide open. They're kind of wide open and they're kind of wide open and complex and difficult. Only need to learn the 1,000 most common kanji. Oof. All right, what problem are we on here? We are on problem 145. All right, the escape square is, right now there's an escape square at 3-3, so I can't just drop a gold. What if I bring, no, because it won't promote. I was going to say, what if I bring the bishop up to 3-4, but it won't promote there. Yeah, the strong readers scare you no matter their skill level. Yeah, shogi is so tactically heavy. So it is, if the position might be bad, but if they can read something, oof. Yeah, he's not even playing his main opening in those videos. Yep. What about... This one's tricky. 3-3. So how do I prevent king 3-3? I just drop the gold at 3-4, silver has to take. But then what? Then it's over. Then it's over. Our cat, the cat is, she's going. What about let's throw away a horse. Let's horse 1-4. Horse 1-4. If the king. If the king runs to 3-5, gold 3-6 is mate. If the king runs to 3-3, then gold 4-3 is mate. If the silver takes, wow, this is actually working. If the silver takes, gold 3-4. If the king takes, gold drop 2-5 because the knight is pinned. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it. This I sort of. I knew it was a Tsume. So I could start making ridiculous moves, and the ridiculous move worked. Problem 146. Yeah. When you have so many pieces on the board, just sacrifice something. Exactly. I don't have much here. I just have the silver in hand, so... What? There are not many options here. The only option is silver 4-2 and silver 4-3. I mean, silver 4-3 is not an option because it gives it up. Am I missing a piece on the board? No. So it has to be silver 4-2. Silver 4-2, king 3-2. Oh, very cool. Okay. Yes. Silver 4-2, king 3-2, horse 4-1. Oh yeah. Ooh, these I could easily see these being a reality in my games and me just missing them. Oh man. I was actually close to saying I think this is a busted puzzle. From 147, wide open, lots of pieces on the board. CPU fans going off in my head. Knight just eyeing that 2-4 square. How in the world is that knight even in play with the lance taking the third file? Bishop 3-5 promote. Bishop 3-5 or bishop 3-3 promote. King. Yeah, bishop 3-3 promote. King 5-6. Horse 5-5. If block, if block at 4-4, bishop takes, or now horse takes. King 5-6 or 4-6 still ends up with horse 5-5. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Good problem. Yeah. Oops. 147. We're back on 147. The king can run up. Tough one. Tough one for me. I'm definitely into brute force mode right now. If bishop 5-3 promote, then king 4-4 or king 5-6 is escaping. So bishop 3-5. Somehow to make use of this knight. Bishop 3-5. Bishop 3-5. King 3-4. King 3-4, bishop 5-3 promote? No. Yes. So bishop 3, so let's do that again. Bishop 3-5. King 5-4, rook 5-3 promote is now mate and guarded by this bishop. No, it's not mate because the king can. Bishop. The king can go back to 4-5. Okay. All right. All right. This is. I think I've spent more time on this one than on any of the others. Ooh, boy. It's gotta be 3-5. It's gotta be 3-5. Nothing in hand. Bishop 3-5. If the king runs to 5-4, then I can do bishop 5-3 promote. Right, so what about what was the solution if I do bishop 3-5, king 5-6? Rook 4-6 promote. And if after bishop 3-5, king 3-4, what did I say? That's bishop 5-3 promote. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, this is I think the easier of them. The variations. Oof. Tricky. The wide open ones, as I say, they really make my head spin. All right, so they're just like they're like, okay, after that one, take a breather. Take a breather. All right. Whoever built this collection knew. They knew that previous one was tough. They're like, okay, here you go. Here you go. 149. Problem 149 now. Knight 3-3. I think it's now the question is it either knight 3-3 or knight 1-3? Are they both good? No. Knight 1-3 is not good because the silver takes there. I can't drop it on 3-3 because the bishop is watching it. So I have to drop on 3-3 first. Then 1-3. I could see myself messing up something like that in a game. Where I just get so excited. I get so excited thinking, okay, I've got this. And then it's like, either side is good, and I pick the wrong one. Oh, there's a name for this kind of Tsume, the tricky one? The tricky one with the two knights, or the wide open one? This is problem. This is problem 149, and 147 was the wide open one. Actually, it's now. I have to do it again because now by looking at it, it unmarked it. So I have to do it. Number 150. Okay, this is, you know, silver 1 to promote. Lance takes, gold drop 2/3. King takes, gold drop 1. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You know, this pawn is protected by the silver. Problem 151. 151. Oh, the wild one. Okay. What do we have? What do we have? So I've got to somehow protect it. You know, this square is the weakest. The weak square here is 6/5, or the one that's weak for me. So I need to somehow prevent the king from getting into there. Horse 4/3, king 5/5, and there's nothing protecting this pawn. What about gold or rook 5/5? Rook 5/5, the king is forced to take. And then dragon 4/5, protected by the pawn, protects the 6/5 square. The pawn can't take because it's pinned now. Alright, yeah, that's it. Oh, wait, no, there is a horse. There is a horse. There's a horse. There's an odd pawn down here on 5/8 as well. So look at the whole problem. The whole board. Rook 5/5. Horse takes. And then it's just our horse to 5/3. 4/3. 4/3. Okay. Number 152. What squares are open? This is feeling very much like a rook sack on 1/3. So let's look at that. Rook 1/3. King takes. Well, king can't take because the knight is guarding it. Rook takes. No. I'm not seeing the mate after. Doesn't mean it's not there, but... What about... no, I'm... Rook 2-1 and Rook 2-2. So Rook 2-2. You know, the rook takes and there's no follow-up. So how about turning this into one of those where the knight is not a is not... We jump in with the knight. Jump in there with the knight to 1-3. King takes, and it's over. Take 3-3. Silver takes. And it's over. Bishop 2-2 promote. If the rook takes, then 1-3 is... The rook 1-3 is mate. If the king takes... if the king takes, rook 2-1. Okay, there it is. There it is. These happen. These happen in everyday life. These happen in everyday life. So I should see those faster. 153. Nothing in hand. Pawn suspiciously on 3-4. But immediately silver 2-2 is silver 2-2 is what I'm trying to make work. Silver 2-2 promote. If there's a block or the king runs, rook 2-3 promote is made. The king takes the knight, rook 2-3 is mate. What's that horse doing there? What's that horse doing there? The horse and the pawn. What are they doing there? Oh, the pawn is... No. Silver 2-2 promote. I feel like I'm missing something. I definitely feel like I'm missing something because there are a lot of pieces on the board that don't seem to serve much of a purpose in the problem. So silver 2-2. If there's a block, if there's a block on 2-3, rook 2-3 promote. The king runs. Only place it can run is to 2-4, which case, you know, rook 2-3 promote again. If they takes, if the opponent takes 1-4. Same thing. Rook 2-3 promote. There's no way this is right. This all feels wrong. Wait. Why are all these pieces here? I guess to just as they're just there to serve as blocking off escape squares. Okay. Maybe I went a little too meta into the thinking there. Hey, Verdun, great to see you. All right. Yeah, I think I went too deep into the Tsume problem creation meta on that one. I should have just played the problem and not thought about it. So this is 154. The dragon or bishop to 2-5. Bishop 2-5 promote is my immediate idea. Bishop 2-5 promote. The king the king has to go to 1-3. And then rook 3-2 promote. Exposes the check. Exposes the check, but the token can take the bishop. So, what about rook 2-5? Double check. King goes, or king 1-4. King 1-4. King 1-4. Yeah. There's rook 2-4. The king can run. Okay. What about rook 3-4? Expose the check. The double check. Gold can't take. King 1-3. No, king can't go to 1-3. The king goes to 2-5. King goes to 2-5. Rook 2-4. Wait. Yeah. Rook 3-5. Rook 3-4. King 2-5. Rook 2-4. And it's mate. Okay, because the bishop is watching 1-6, and the other bishop is guarding the rook. All right. Yeah. These are. I don't know if these come up. Like, I don't see them in the game. They feel a bit contrived. The sort of I think of these as the square rook problems, where you sort of just move the rook in a square just to expose the checks, like the not the lawnmower mate or the windmill mate in chess, but like you're exposing the spoke of the blades of the bishop. 155. Number 155. You think it's probably very uncommon to happen in a game with two bishops? Yeah, two bishops and the rook, and they're just sort of... Yeah, yeah. Feels very contrived. I'm looking at... I'm looking at two rook or silver 2-3 to start. Silver 2-3. If the king takes, then it's silver 1-3 promote is mate. If the rook takes, Oh, it's that same other one that I missed. If rook takes, horse takes 2-1. Okay, okay. I've got to get this pattern in my head. This pattern does not exist in my head. I've got to calculate that every time. So that means I am not going to see these in game. So I've got to sort of internalize this. The horse moving on top of a silver. Number 156. Semi-wide open. Escape square is 3-4. 3-4 and 3-4, 3-6. The immediate thought of rook takes 1-5 promote is discarded because king 3-4. Gold 1-6, gold drop 1-6. King 3-4. We can make the Iken Ryu. We can do 2-3 rook promote. Two, 3 rook promote. But they can block. Can get tricky on it with rook 1-4. Rook 1-4 promote. If the king runs to 3-6, then gold drop 3-7. If the king takes, okay, tricky. If the king takes, that's why the lance is there. If the king takes, then gold drop 2-4. Okay. Maybe these can happen. They feel so fancy. These types feel so fancy. Number 157. Got pawns. We've got a knight. A token. Got a bishop. The thing I'm immediately looking at is bishop takes 1-4. I don't think that's going to be any good. King takes. After king takes, I don't really have an option because 1-3 is a running square. Gold 3-5. Gold 3-5 forces king 1-3. Then knight 2-5 mates. I guess the bishop exists solely as an escape route blocking piece. Whoa! What? Oh, because the token is not protected. Okay. Hey, I was gonna say, hey, Tsume. Hey, Rudiska. You're coming at the very latest time. I am going to be closing up in like less than 5 minutes here because I have to prepare something for our refrigerator. So I started a little early and just kind of took it.
Honey?
Yes. just got the update that they are now scheduled for coming at 1:40. So I have time. I have time. So I'm not going to be stopping in the next few minutes. So I will stop. I'll stop somewhere around one. You know, I don't necessarily. I'll stop around 120, 125 ish. To make sure I can get that stuff cleared away and out. It was they were scheduled between 12 and 4, so they just sent an update apparently to my wife, and it said they're 1:40 now is the expected time, and it's 11:50 right now. All right, so this problem here, they got me good. Oh, okay. The move that popped into my head that seems like a cool move, a cool Tsume type move. Bishop 3/4. Bishop 3/4 promote. If the king takes, then drop on the head with gold drop 3/5 is mate. If a pawn takes, then the gold drop on 2/3 is mate, because those suspicious looking pawns on 3/6 and 1/6 are there. And then if the king runs to 1/3, then gold drop on 2/3. Okay. Not bad. They got me. They number 158. So we'll finish 160. Actually no. Yeah, 150. Yeah, 160. Yeah, it's not a fix. It's a new one. It was a 10-year. So they're coming to deliver the new, install the new and take away the old. The other one was 10-year warranty, and it died almost exactly at 10 years. So, I don't know if that's just pure coincidence or if that's just how they're made now, but yeah, it lasted. It did its 10 years of service and then just stopped. The silver drop on 1/4 is sort of immediately appealing in order to set up the double check. So let me see. Let me calculate to see if that actually works. Yeah, silver drop 1/4. King has to take, and then rook 1/2 promote. Yeah, it's double check. And then this pawn is guarding the other escape. Number 159. Got a knight there. Got a gold in hand. The remote. So the refrigerator we have is before everything went, smart. So there's no phone home on ours, there's no internet access, there's no Shogi Wars client built in. It's sort of a dumb refrigerator. And it will be interesting to see about this new one, because our new one, the new one we're getting is basically the same one as what we had. But I'm guessing there's going to be, air quoting because I don't want it, but smart. So, hopefully that it won't be on the internet. Hopefully it won't be, playing shogi. There's Oh, they're people whose job it is solely to push it after the warranties run out. So you think with those kill switches, there's a way to deal with those? I mean, I don't want to be, Mr. Parent. The timing is all, as Vladimir Kramnik would say, interesting. So, I'm not sure if it's legit or if it isn't, but I do know over the past couple months, it has started making some weird bumping noises where it's like, it sounds like, the condenser or whatever it is going, bump. And eventually, yeah, you're just putting on your tinfoil hat. I'm sure someone, like, that's the thing is, a handyman, like, you could probably save a lot of money by just sort of being handy with things. I am not. I have always been software. I have never been a hardware guy. I am liking Gold Drop 1-3 here. If the king takes, then horse on 2-3 is mate. If the king runs, then the knight comes into 2-3. That's going to be it. There's nothing else. There's no other options. Okay, problem 160. Last problem for the day. So you got one more week out of it. You got one more week. So it would have been nice. I mean, that week, though, the thing is, that week would have saved us, a bunch of money of the stuff we lost. Like I lost a bunch of ice cream just because there was a big sale on ice cream. I had gotten more ice cream than I would usually get, so the freezer was full of it, and it was just ice cream soup, and then a bunch of frozen vegetables, and a couple bags of fresh broccoli, like all this stuff. Just we had to throw away, and so we would have. If I could have gotten this to work for another week, it would have saved at least $100 worth of food and ice cream. Although maybe it's better that the ice cream went bad. Maybe it's better. In the end, all things told. What do we have here? So the escape square, we've got to guard this escape square. So I think that means we're going to have to move this knight. Knight 4-2, promote. No, we could also, no, that's not going to do it, I don't think. Bishop 1-3, promote. Bishop 1-3. Yeah, so the king has to take it. There's no other option. King has to take, and then rook to 2-2, guarded by that knight. All right, so that was one. We're at 160. This is now 161. That means we did 40 today. In 2 hours and 29 minutes, we did 40. There was a lot of chat, a ton of chat. So before going to Shogi Wars, I'm going to take a quick break. And then be back. Let's bring up. Well, I'll put the be right back on here. Is it showing up? At your local store, the stuff on clearance is always expired. Yeah. Yeah. This was I think because so hot in the area. I am guessing the stores want to kind of get rid of without having to have all that freezer going. But it was like at the Whole Food, they had all the ice cream, not all the ice cream, but most of the ice cream was 50% off. So all right, I'll be right back. Okay, I just sort of rushed back. We got another update, and they pushed it forward. So it sounds like maybe they're making good progress. So now there's not much time. So I wouldn't have enough time to really play anymore. So I'm going to cut it short now. I'm going to hope they continue to make good time, and then are done with us early, so I can get the Shogi Wars games in later this afternoon. So sorry for the confusion. Thank you for everyone coming out, and I'm really looking forward to playing. So this was great. We had some really nice chat, really nice discussion, and the problems were fun. And but I'm ready for playing. Hopefully they'll be done. Hopefully they'll be done within the next couple hours. But playing it by ear. So thanks again. Hope to see you in a little bit. But otherwise maybe tonight, but definitely tomorrow. Tomorrow with the 10-second Fast Friday. So see you all. Thanks again. Enjoy your shogi, and have a great remainder of the day. Hope I see you again soon. Bye.